Hurry, see what level you up, have your money ready.
Contact me today. I would love to work with you for your facility, home, center, or ministry. Let's do it.
Hello to each and every one of you. I am excited to be here with you on today. You are with the Early Childhood Educators Circle Time. Again, that is the Early Childhood Educators Circle Time. We are here to talk about the ABCs of a great leadership. It is the National Accreditation Edition. Yes, it is. It is the National Accreditation Edition. We're using the letters given to us by Victoria Repa. And so we're going from A to Z. And on today, we are on the letter B. And I know if you see this word just like I see this word, you should be excited because it takes boldness to step in and step up and to do what it is that you need to do for yourself. And it's going to take even greater boldness to lead your team. And that is if you are on the leadership team, if you're the owner, director, your program manager, and if you're in the classroom. Yes, for those of you who are in the classroom, you are leaders too. Everyone is a leader, though we have many tasks and many other people that we collaborate with, that we work with. Each and every one of us, there's a leader that is within us. There is this burning desire, this seed that needs to grow. And I am here to help you to discover that, to help you to work on it, and to help you move forth in it. Because as we grow as leaders, regardless of our position, then those who are around us will also grow as leaders. So welcome to the Early Childhood Educator Circle Time. I am your host and the founder, Melody McGuire. So sit back as we get ready to talk. Let your friends know that, hey, Miss Melody is on. So I'm going to give you about 45 seconds to share this, and then we're going to come back and get right into it. Go ahead, save this video, like this video, and share this video. Let your friends know that we are on. We got about 45 seconds.
Mark your calendars and join MCCA in Austin, Texas, April 2024. We can't wait to see you there.
We're back, and we are right on track. I'm excited about today. I am excited about this letter, boldness, this letter B for boldness. Boldness is something that we all need, that we have to have. No matter what the task is, no matter what it is that you're doing, you have to go forth and walk in boldness, knowing that you can do it. Now, for those of you who are like, okay, this lady is talking about boldness. This lady is talking about working with children. Yes, you are at the Early Childhood Educator Circle Time. And when we are at Circle Time, this is a replica of what would happen if your children were at a high quality early education institution. I'm going to say that again. What you're getting ready to experience is the adult version of what your children and the ones that you love should experience in a high quality center. And so when we come to Circle Time, that is our time to connect. That is our time to recognize each other and to uplift each other. And so I am going to sing the song to you that I've sung to thousands of children and thousands of adults. And it goes like this. Hello, 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 and how are you? I'm fine, and I hope that you are too. Hello, 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 and how are you? I'm fine, I'm fine, and I hope that you are too. Yes, if you are already having some challenges right now, I need you to make up in your mind that I am going to do fine. I'm going to handle whatever challenges that have been thrown my way. I'm going to say, okay, let's evaluate this situation so that I can go forth in my day. You have to go forth in your day. No matter where you are in the world, if you are in the United States, some of you are on your way to work, some of you are trying to get to work, and some of you are deciding if you're going to go to work. Okay, I think I can say that again. Some of you are already there. Some of you are deciding to get there, and some of you are saying, I don't know this melody. You got to give it to me today. And that is exactly what I'm going to do. I am going to give it to you today because I need you to step up and step out in the boldness that is already within you because the children, the families, and the communities, they need you. Yes, the children, the families, and the communities, they need you. Regardless of how you're feeling, all of these feelings are temporary. Remember, I stated to you on yesterday that motivation, that is just something that's on the outside. That's external. That is what you're thinking. But inspiration is something that's on the inside. And all of these words that I'm giving to you, these are words that we need to have planted on the inside for us to continue to move forward, for us to continue to do exactly what we are called to do. And so, our word for today is boldness. I'm going to put it across the screen. Boldness. Now, I told you all, for those of you who are just meeting me, if your child is in a high quality early education and child care center, when they go to Circle Time, the teacher is reading a book, she's giving a lesson plan, she's helping them to discover something new. And then sometimes they're not even discovering something new, they are recapping what they've already learned. So every time I've been at Circle Time for the new day and or for the week, depending on the age group, I will give them a word. And our word for today is boldness. Now, children, just as adults, learn in a variety of ways. Some of it is kinesthetic, some of it is auditory, some of it is visual. So you see this word, you hear this word, and now I know you're like, well, how are you going to incorporate kinesthetic into this word? Well, we are going to clap this word out. With clapping it out and writing it out and allowing the children to see it, we begin to break up the syllables. So it is boldness. I'm going to say it, and when I say it, I clap twice, I snap twice, and I nod twice. Are you ready? I'm going to do it first, and then you do it with me. Let's go. Boldness. Let's clap it. Boldness. Let's snap it. Boldness. Let's nod it. Boldness. One more time. Let's clap it. Boldness. Let's snap it. Boldness. Let's nod it. Boldness. And according to Victoria, her definition, because we're using the words that she gave us, we're going to use her definition. And her definition is courageous and decisive, unafraid to take risks. One more time. Victoria's definition that we are using today is courageous and decisive and unafraid to take risks. For those of you who are sitting there debating on whether or not you're going to become nationally accredited, debating on whether or not you're going to go forth in your career, debating on whether or not you're going to open up that program, debating on whether or not you're going to write that children's book. No, 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 no. Boldness. You have to be courageous because that seed was already there in you. So that seed, just as we talked about yesterday with the empty pot, is not stagnant. It needs to grow. So you have to decide. That is what decisive means. It is to be able to decide. Decide that you're going to give it your all on today. Decide that I'm going to take 15 minutes and write down some of my ideas. Decide that I'm going to make that phone call. Decide that I am going to hire that coach. That's what it means by being decisive. And you have to be unafraid to take risks. Do you not know how many times I failed? I mean, I failed hard, like really, really hard, y'all. And I'm talking to our friends on TikTok and on Clubhouse too. I failed really, really hard. I failed so hard that I bust my lip. And I'm not talking about literally, I'm talking about figuratively. Figuratively. Look at me, tongue tied, y'all. I failed because I was like, well, nobody's doing this. Well, if I step up and say something in the staff meeting, I'm going to lose my playground buddies. Uh-oh. Wait a minute, I might be stepping on a few teachers' toes. Some of you may be how it was when I was in the classroom too. I knew the right thing to do. I knew that, hey, Miss Melody, this idea may not work for your group, but I was afraid to stand up and do the right thing. And that made me a coward. Yeah, I'm talking about me, y'all. That made me a coward. And it makes you a coward for not doing and not stepping forth. But today we're going to debunk that. You're going to do exactly what you need to do. And you're going to walk in that boldness. And you're going to be courageous. And you're going to decide that I am going to be unafraid to take risk. And so there are 5 things that when I think about this word boldness, and when it comes to early childhood education, especially regardless, because guys, you're at the early childhood educator circle time. The early childhood educator circle time is for each and every person that loves, care, and educates a child. So if you're a caregiver, you're an early childhood educator. If you're driving the bus, if you're cooking, if you work in accounting and you are going over the receipts, you're still yet an early childhood educator. It is not relegated to what goes on in the classroom. It is each and every encounter that we have with children, where we advocate for children, where we ensure that children have the best that they can have. So yes, you are an early childhood educator. And when we step up and when we do what is right for children, we're doing what is right for ourselves. And so based off of this word boldness for today, I have 5 things that we're going to talk about. And the first one is to encourage creativity. When we're in the classroom, when we're in the management hall, for those of you who are coaches and you're thinking, okay, well, how can this apply to me? It applies to all of us because regardless, when you step into the room, you bring with you all of your experiences and you're able to share them. As we like to say, sharing means caring. So if you're bringing all of your experiences in, we have to also understand that it's not about us, and that others are also bringing their experiences in. And as a leader, regardless of your position, regardless of your title, you have to create and foster the environment around that says that we all can flourish and that we all can do. Because as I told you earlier, that even when I was in the classroom, when I was first starting out, I was kind of very timid. Like, I don't know if I raise my hand, if I'm going to be made fun of, because I happened to become an early childhood educator. I know that it was destiny. Yes, it was destiny. My mother, years ago, before she had me, she went to school for early childhood education. And then my father, when I was a child, he also owned the center. And so this being an early childhood educator is already in me. But what it was is that I didn't feel as if I would be able to have my voice heard. I was operating outside of myself. I was operating in fear. And that's why I want you, that regardless of your position, regardless of where you serve and how you serve, you bring to us your experiences. And so who you are in your day is always showing up. So if you are intentional about the work that you're doing, you foster creativity around everyone, and you allow the children, you allow the staff, you allow the families, you allow everybody to think outside of the box, to be able to handle situations. Even for those of you who are leaders, I'm not going to go deep into the 48 laws of power, but there is one where you allow and already know exactly the end goal. But when building your team, you let them work it out. You let them explore ideas. You let them bring the solutions so that everything will not seem as a dictatorship. Yes, owner, this is your business. This is your business, but you are also employing others to work out that business idea for you. And if you don't have policies, procedures, and practices in place in order to get to that next level, you're going to have to allow creativity to take over in your program. Yes, may it be an organized creativity, but it has to be there. And y'all, let me pause right real quick for the call. I got so excited I forgot to talk about how I came up with these ideas. So our book, I got to backtrack on today. It's all good. Our book that has inspired these ideas that I'm sharing with you based off of Victoria's word is The Little Engine That Could. Yes, The Little Engine That Could reminds me of that boldness, reminds me of how we need to go forward. Because there was a plan, there was a destiny that the engine needed to get everyone to. If the engine, as with us, the engines had to ensure that all of the toys, that all of the food, the candies, all of the equipment got to the children. So that is the end goal. It has to get there. But in the midst of going there, there's challenges. There's self-doubt. They're thinking, okay, well, maybe I'm not big enough. I'm not strong enough. I'm not wise enough. I'm not fast enough. And in this story, with the little engine that could, the little engine does go through this series of having to ask for help. Mhm. I'm bringing that in. Even in your boldness, you may find yourself in a position to say, I have this idea, but I can't do it by myself. Let me get others to help pour into me. Let me get a coach. Let me get a mentor. Let me get a book. Let me watch a video. Let me find those who can help me get to that end goal. And in the midst of finding those that can help you get to the end goal, you begin to create and garner up this boldness within that says, okay, I can do it. Just as with the little engine that could, he asked several different people. And you know, some of y'all look straight ahead. You know how it is working in this industry. Most people think that, oh, okay, you just work with babies, you just play all day. They forget, and some of them don't even know. And that's because we have not garnered up the support to be able to say that in early childhood education, in a high quality facility, we are providing a great amount of toys. We are providing a great curriculum. We are gathering data. We have policies, procedures, and everything else in place. But some of us, we haven't got to that point to all yet be advocates. And this is why we're going through this. I want you to advocate for early childhood education just as me. I'm not saying you have to go to the capital steps, but you can stand on the steps of where you are right now. As a leader, as an owner, you can be a part of your city, your quality improvement plan. As a teacher, you can be a part of your local association where you're getting more information to help equip you to speak about the great things of early childhood. So just as with this engine, there are times where some people told them no, they were too good. Oh, you just work with the babies. Not understanding that those first few months from 0 up until 15 months, children are just growing at a speedy pace. Come on, babies, don't play with me when it comes to the babies. Within the first year, they're learning how to talk. They're grasping the languages. They are learning how to not only just grasp languages, they're learning communication. They're learning how to walk. Some of them are learning how to potty train. All of the things that are going on from a baby to be able to be self-sufficient, that is a lot of growth and development. And so young children have to be in places where curriculum is a top priority, where we're looking at developmental assessment, where we're even creating individualized education plans, not because there is a label or a defined special need, but because each and every child, each and every person deserves that intuitive care. They deserve continuity of care. They deserve to have less than 3 or 4 people caring for them during the day. They deserve that. Okay, y'all, let me pipe down. Let me pipe down. Let me stay focused. I felt myself coming up in my advocacy had got a little strong up in there. But when we're looking at that little engine and they're asking for help and people aren't there, but yet and still there's one person that comes and says, I think I can, I think I can, I think I can. And we're rallying and they have that rally behind them that eventually in the midst of saying, I think I can, that they do. And that comes with, as I stated with you earlier, regardless of how you're feeling, if you're at work, on your way to work, or deciding if you even want to go to work today, you got to say that there is a creative seed that is within me that I got to get out. I've got to get this seed out. I've got to grow this thing. I've got to grow up and out and even spread about. I have to be that beautiful flower. I have to weather the storm. I have to go through the 4 seasons, the ups and the downs in my life. All right, y'all. Okay, let's go to number 2. What you have to do with this is that you have to embrace diversity as leaders, and especially those in the classroom. You don't have all of the ideas. We have to not only, and when I talk about diversity, I'm not just talking about ethnicity. I'm talking about the way that people act, the way that people think. We have to teach the children while we're in the classroom how to respect and appreciate the difference among them and others. So that means that even for those of us who are in leadership, when you see a staff member that has potential, you have to celebrate them. You have to take out time to say, I see you. I appreciate who you are and the value that you bring to this environment. And we're going to allow you to be able to make a difference. Now, number 3, the third thing that you're going to have to do with boldness and having the great leadership is take the risk. It's okay that this is going to be your first time going to a conference. It's okay that it's going to be your first time writing a proposal. Yes, they may say no, but you won't know if they would say no if you do not submit the proposal. They may say no and tell you why they said no. So then if you want to continue to work with them, then you know what you need to do in order to have that no turn into a yes. Because I strongly believe that delay is not a denial. That's what I believe. I strongly believe. There have been plenty of times in my 20+ career, even when I worked with a company, that I applied for a position more than one time and I did not get it. Yes, not every position that I went after, I got it. But what it was when I was in that interview, I began to learn exactly what they were looking for. And so then that allowed me to cultivate that within me, because it has to be calculated. I will go ahead and say it. Leaders, look straight ahead, because I'm talking about you. Some of you in the classroom may feel that you can do a better job than your current director or your program manager. I'm going to say that again. Some of you feel as if you can do a better job than the people that you're around. You may be looking at me and saying, I can do a better job at this than Miss Melody. Okay, go for it. You feel that you can do a better job? Go for it. But let me warn you, go for it with collaboration. Go for it with the heart. Go for it with saying, this is why I want to do it. Not because I think that I'm better than her or who he or she thinks they are. Go for it because you want to add value to your program. You want to help be innovative. Okay. You want to help improve the program. Go for it if you believe that you can do it. And when you go with it with a heart, when you go in boldness, those who you are going to, they'll see you and they will accept you. But if you don't go in boldness, if you don't go with wanting to still, even while you're waiting on the position, be continuous in the work that you're doing. Be continuous in your growth and development. It is not educator, and I'm speaking directly to those who are coming into this industry. It is not the sole responsibility of your leadership team to ensure that you get all of your hours. It is also your responsibility to say, I am going to do this, and this is my industry. This is what I believe in. I'm going to do my part. So in taking risks, you have to make sure that you are doing your part. That's all I got to say. Good morning, Miss Jane, and everybody else. Hey, y'all. Hey, everybody that's on. Thank you for joining us. And number four, foster resilience. You have to say, okay, I can do this. Cool. You have to say that I can step up. You have to do that. You have to do that. You have to say, okay, I can teach and I can be taught. I can lead and I can follow. I can navigate the challenges and the setbacks, and I can take time to plan. That I can persevere regardless of what. That I can adapt to any and every situation. That there's nothing that will not hold me back. Your resilience is the key that is going to make a difference in the life of a child, a family, and in the life of your program. Your resilience. Number five, you, if you're in the classroom, if you're in management, you have to empower the voices that are around you. Empower the voices of the children. Empower the voices of the staff. Empower those voices. Let them know that you are heard, that I see you, that I want you to express who you are. I'm listening to your opinions and your feelings. I want you to know that the way that you feel as a child, the way that you feel as an early childhood educator, it's okay. And that I'm going to be self-confident in myself to stand with you. See, with being bold, there's only more than two ways, but these are the two ways that are applicable in this situation. Your boldness will either require you to step up and stand out and be on your own, or your boldness will require you to collaborate with others, especially on a team effort. That's what I see. When we empower the voices of those that are around us, we allow ourselves to grow and expand. We allow ourselves to embrace the thoughts and the opinions of others. We allow ourselves to have a sense of urgency and a sense of agency. Everything that we do in the midst of our boldness allows others to grow, allows others, to be a part. Good morning, Miss Cynthia. Good morning, everybody. I'm just here I want to make sure that you develop, that you discover, and that you deploy to do the great and the wonderful things that you have been called to do as an early childhood educator. If we don't step up, step out, and make our voices known, then we will not be effective for the children. We will not be effective for the families. We will not be effective for our communities. And we definitely will not be effective for one another. We can't do this by ourselves. So your voice is needed. Your voice is needed at your staff meeting or speaking directly to your supervisor. Your voice is needed, supervisor, to not allow the people to continue to do what they want to do. That you have to set the standard. And even in the midst of setting the standard, you have to raise it. You have to also not just set it, but raise it. And not let anyone to forget. Not let anyone to forget that there's a pride and the joy that comes with being an early childhood educator, that you're developing young minds, that you're strengthening communities, that you are in position to allow parents and communities to thrive. Everything that we do as early childhood educators, everything that we do, it matters. But we can't go forth in that boldness, which is our word for the day. You can't go forth if you're not willing to decide and to be courageous. If you're not willing to take that risk. Come on. Yes, the pride and joy of what we do. You've got to decide. You've got to say that I know that I know that I know that I was called to be an early childhood educator. I know that I know that I know that the work that I'm doing in this, come on now, Miss Cynthia, responsibility. And even with that, Miss Cynthia, just being bold and saying, okay, I am going to step forth. I am going to make it. I do believe in what I do. I know that it's within me. I know that I can make a difference in the life of a child. I know that I can make a difference in this community. Come on. Boldness. So that's our word, y'all. Woo. Let's clap it. You ready? You ready? Y'all ready? Y'all ready? Boldness. Let's clap it. Boldness. Let's snap it. Boldness. Let's nod it. Boldness. One more time. Let's clap it. Boldness. Let's snap it. Boldness. Let's nod it. Boldness. Being courageous and decisive. Unafraid to take risks. That's my time today, y'all. I need for you. I desire for you. I challenge you to go forth as an early childhood educator and childcare provider. I challenge you, and I need you to write that children's book. I need you to create that product. I need you to open up that center. We need you. Everything that is within you, everything that you need to grow, it's there. And we've got to do it. We've got to do it. So thank you so much for being here with us, you guys. Whew. This is going to be a great segment. I don't know about you, but it's definitely, just really kicking me. Yesterday from first one with being authentic. Come on now. Yes, come on. Give me some. With being authentic. To now, come on. Thank you, Miss James. Bless unto you. To today with being bold, like going forth. I wish for us all to go forth. And I know that we can do it. I know that we should do it. And so, y'all, I'm just thankful. On your way out the door, make sure that you like, follow, subscribe, you share the Early Childhood Educator Circle Time with one of your friends. Save these videos. Let the world know that as early childhood educators, we are here to inspire. We are here to make a difference. And that we are just not the low end of the education pole. We are the beginning. We are the beginning, and everything that we do matters. And you make sure that we're at the beginning of that program. It's a high quality program that you're doing each and everything that you can each and every day to make sure that children are safe, to make sure children are loved, to make sure that your place is the best that it can be. So on your way out, say hi to a friend, wave to a friend, but make sure you have a wonderful, wonderful day. I appreciate each and every one of you. Talk with you soon. Oh, let me sing to you. Hello, 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 and how are you? I'm fine, and I hope that you are too. Hello, 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 and how are you? I'm fine, and I hope that you are tuned. Yes, stand up today. Stand up today. Take a few moments, write that idea down. Stand up today. Make a difference in this industry by first making a difference from within you, knowing that you are called, knowing that you have the sauce, knowing that what you do matters. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Miss Cynthia. God bless y'all. Have a good one.